Hello, we're here Saturday morning right before round 2 with International Master Kayden Troff. He's busy preparing for his big match today. He has white against the #1 seed, GM Kamsky. Kayden, first let's back up and talk about yesterday's game. In the first round you beat Stripunsky as black. What was the pivotal moment in that game?
I mean, he sacrificed the pawn, which, it was interesting, positional sacrifice, but it wasn't until he let me kind of play e5 and free up some of my pieces that it really started to turn around in my favor.
And you said that right after the game he admitted to you that he missed e5?
Yeah, he said right after the game, I missed this move, and he said also that he thought the endgame where I was up a pawn was probably winning for me.
Right, so maybe if you can't advance the b pawn, it can still be a silent threat that he always has to worry about because your a pawn would go free?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard because his knight's really stuck there. He doesn't really want to move his bishop either, because if I can play like b5 and take without having to sacrifice a pawn, then I just have this passed a pawn that he's always dealing with. And if he moves his knight, then I can maybe just sack the b pawn. I don't even need to just trade, and then run my a pawn down and he won't be able to stop it.
You think the game had enough instructive elements to feature on your Chess.com blog?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely proud of how I played. I seemed like I played good, and good game, so yeah, I'll probably show it at one point.
Now we're about 2 hours away from your game against GM Kamsky. You have white. Have you played him before or interacted with him before?
Not really. I mean, I guess I've seen him through the first few days of this tournament, and I've watched some of his games, but I've never really played him unless it was on the internet and I didn't know it was him.
Would it be fair to say he's the highest rated player you've ever played?
Yeah, by a little bit. I played Michael Adams last, it's almost been a year now. I drew him, so hopefully I can do as well against Gata.
Alright, well, last question for you. You seem to be a very well put together young man, just days shy of your 15th birthday. Has this composure come natural to you? You didn't get very high after the win after Stripunsky, and you don't look terribly nervous before the Kamsky game. How do you do it?
I don't know, it's something I've noticed among kids my age, and you know, I'm not perfect, but it's just you have to be emotionally stable as you're going into these games. You know, I've had several tournaments where I may start out well, and you know, I realize I don't want to let that go, because it shows that in this tournament I'm playing well, and you know, it's hard to just switch if you don't want it to. So if you can just keep that, then, you know, no matter what happens today, as long as I'm playing well, it should bring success in either this round or the later rounds.
But if you do well today, will you treat yourself to something, a steak dinner, something like that?
Probably not. Just definitely be some excitement and celebration a little bit, but not anything special, because there's still a lot of rounds to be played, and you can't just let this one game distract from the rest of the tournament.
Well, there you go. A man staying in the moment. International Master Kayden Troff, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
This has been FM Mike Klein reporting live from St. Louis, and good luck today, Kayden.
Thanks.